Federal Defense Fund created the Energy Innovation Series to feature groundbreaking technologies and innovative business models that are paving the way towards a clean, low-carbon energy future. One promising innovation creating sustainable solutions by imitating Mother Nature herself is REGEN Energy's swarm energy management technology. This patented technology is based on swarm logic, which mimics the way a colony of bees coordinate with each other and make decisions to carry out complex tasks and benefit the swarm as a whole. This technology increases efficiency by cycling energy loads automatically to reduce peak demand, or when the demand for electricity is at its highest point. REGEN's automated controllers establish a wireless network amongst themselves using a built-in self-configured radio. The controllers communicate with each other to stagger the duty cycles of electric loads, which can reduce peak energy demand by up to 30%. Property managers can easily view data and schedule the controllers themselves using a secure web platform. Swarm Energy Management's built-in Live Hive feature allows electrical load controllers to sense changing conditions and adjust their settings to respond quickly. Let's take a look at how this intelligent adaptive energy management system helps increase building efficiency, ensure occupant comfort, and reduce energy usage and costs.
The inspiration for start of the company really was the blackout in the Northeast in 2004.
I was down by the lakeshore, Lake Ontario at that time. Mark was out on the lake on a boat, and then the next day we told each other, do you notice how clean the city was when there was no power in it? You know what, it should be possible for us to do something to reduce the amount of electricity that we use.
And it sort of hit us, like really, we've got to do something in the energy efficiency field.
We'd both been reading this book. It's about swarm logic, the connected lives of cities, ants, brains, and software. In a lot of utility regions, the highest usage of electricity that you have in either a 15 or a 30-minute period, they slap on that rate of usage onto your bill. What if we applied emergence to those sorts of ideas?
This would be a great way of reducing peak demand. Having lots of loads have the intelligence to be able to act like bees in a beehive.
And the idea is so incredibly simple that we thought somebody had to have thought of this. When you look at a single bee, it's a very, very simple insect, and it does some very, very simple tasks. But when you look at the bees in the aggregate, it's a really, really complex, intertwined system that they create out of very, very simple organisms. And that's the basic premise behind our controllers.
We have a brilliant but brilliantly simple system called Swarm Energy Management, which we can apply to your building. We have the ability to, in a lot of cases, find you a zero upfront cost solution to install our system.
Well, your HVAC unit, it's almost like a simple organism. It either turns on or it turns off. So by applying this, we're essentially putting little brains on each of your AC units and making them smarter.
Let's take something that we know works in nature, let's find an application for it, and let's solve this problem with intelligence.
Once all the electrical loads are communicating with each other, they can automatically or independently determine what's the best way for me to carry out my duty cycle to do what I need to do. And that's how we save customers money from a demand standpoint.
We can turn down consumption on a grid level by applying Swarm Energy Management.
And there's no need for the central control mechanism, which makes it very easy to install. It makes it very easy to operate. It's basically a fire and forget mechanism for managing your energy.
We're going to put a small controller on these units, let them measure how they operate, and use that information to determine the best way they should be operating. Whether that's, operating hours, making sure things are running and maintaining comfort levels.
We're now offering customers that before would not have been able to participate in demand response and utility programs, and we're now able to give them the opportunity to actually capture some of those dollars.
It's that sort of concept of satisfying an underserved market. And the small to mid-sized commercial and industrial sector were definitely underserved.
Once we can really get into a customer's facility and look and see exactly what they're operating internally, that's when we're really able to connect all those dots. And that's when customers are able to see the value, and it very much turns into a no-brainer for them.
This program actually that we're doing right now is no cost to us. no out-of-pocket.
We've really reduced the amount of demand that we have during peak times, and thus it's really pushed our hydro rates down.
The main goal, what we say is our claim to fame, is that we're able to smooth your peak electrical demand without affecting occupant comfort.
I'm already seeing a difference in how long the units are running. One will come on and then another one will come on rather than all at once. It keeps the spikes from being so dramatic, which contribute to a much higher electric bill.
Any HVAC technician should be able to install it and do it quite easily and readily without anybody there to be able to train them how to do it.
The installation is very basic. Instead of having a lot of wires that you have to run, we're able to do it wirelessly. They just go individually right onto the HVAC unit, and any qualified contractor can do the initial interface with the HVAC unit's controls.
So the installation of each controller is usually 45 minutes. As soon as you get the first controller done, the next one is faster and then faster and faster. You can do a building in one day. As soon as we get the controllers installed, I show the managers the screen on my computer saying, okay, that's your building right now, and that's the way to manage your building using our controllers.
The customer has a login. It's all hosted on our servers. We don't have to touch their landlines. We don't have to break into firewalls. We make it a very simple plug-and-play solution.
One of the things one of our customers said to us is, we could spend months trying to figure out how to do this. You guys just come in, and that's the end of our problems. Once they actually start seeing where the savings start coming in and they get that incentive check from the utility, they're really happy campers.
So whether you're a school district in California, a retailer in Texas, or a manufacturing facility in the New York market, there are incentives available to business owners to be able to put in energy management equipment like the REGEN system in order to effectively manage your energy usage and ultimately reduce your overall energy expenditure each year. And what we're really good at REGEN is helping you to identify those incentives, apply for those incentives, and ultimately help you realize those incentives.
We always like to say no building left behind. What we're doing is making programs like demand response accessible to the smaller facilities that can't afford a building automation system.
We're not asking you to change how you do business. We're just going to come in and help you.
There's as many as 1 million potential buildings that are applicable to our sort of technology.
They are screaming for something like this, to be able to help them just quietly and automatically just take care of things.
A, you've spent no money to put it in. B, you're saving energy right off the bat, and C, you get to participate in the utility programs.
Nobody does it like we do it. I think it's very much the truth.
Why would you do this is such a great question when we get that, because the ultimate answer is, why would you not do this?
Contact REGEN and let them walk you through the technology.